All right, hello there, welcome back to another wee bit from video. Today's video, we're going to be looking at this Bleacher Report article. Now, I don't know if you guys know what Bleacher Report is. I'd be shocked if you didn't, but basically it's a news app for sports, whether it's basketball, football, baseball, wrestling, fucking a whole lot of stuff. Now, I personally do not like most of their articles, but what I do appreciate is the push notifications that they send you when something crazy happens. So I like to stay in the know when it comes to sports. So of course, I think that having Bleacher Report is beneficial in that aspect. Excuse me. But in terms of their actual articles, the people that write them, and when they send me those push notifications, it makes me want to fucking just uninstall the app, and it's just awful. So today's video, we're gonna be looking at realistic trades that would shock the NBA in 2023 and 2024, and just how bad these articles are. And I really wanted to show you guys just an example of what I'm talking about. So, you know, getting into the article a little bit, the NBA is predictably unpredictable, blah, blah, blah. Who saw Celtics sending away Marcus Smart and bringing in Kristaps? Who saw Suns letting Bradley Beal, blah, blah, blah. It's not that I don't like predictions, it's that they think that some of these are even remotely realistic. So let's get into it. Bulls break bank for a point guard. Hawks build around DeJounte Murray. Okay. Chicago Bulls receive Trae Young and Garrison Matthews. Atlanta Hawks receive Lonzo Ball, Patrick Williams, Kobe White, Dalen Terry, 2027 first round pick, 2029 first round pick, and 2028 first round pick swap. Why would they want Trae Young when Trae Young, for one, can't play defense on a team that needs defensive help? Two, DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine literally need the ball to be effective. DeMar DeRozan is relatively ball dominant, and Zach LaVine already has a hard time of mixing with that in terms of making their share worth it, because they also have to get the ball to Vucevic, who can shoot from threes, who can, you know, do some hooks here and there. And then you think, okay, well, Trae Young is a playmaker. He's going to do all that stuff. Yeah, but he's still really ball dominant, and the others excel at creating their own shot. So they're just grabbing someone who's not really the best fit. Now, I'm sure in an ideal world, if they gave up less, it would work. Even if it did, let's say even if my logic was wrong, even if it did, is that roster good enough to compete for the championship? No. So they're going to give up their entire future for a squad that they've already risked a lot to get Vucevic, right? They already did that. So why in the fucking world would they mortgage the rest of their future for a while for someone who, let's be honest, isn't going to just switch the winning environment enough to where it's actually going to make a strong impact? Like, the most they touch, if at best, is conference finals at best. But no, this trade would be awful. Going into the next one, Spurs snag a co-star, Timberwolves retool. San Antonio Spurs receive Karl-Anthony Towns. Minnesota Timberwolves receive Keldon Johnson, Devontae Graham, Cameron Payne, 2024 first round pick, top 6 protected, and a 2025 first round pick. I don't think this happens, period. I don't think this works because I don't see the Spurs sacrificing any picks for somebody who isn't going to thread the needle now, and they're building around Wemby. Keldon Johnson does help. Those first round picks to bring in more young guys helps to build around Wemby. Wemby is their future. They know that. Everyone outside of the Spurs organization knows that. So why trade for Cat? Cat has 2027, 2028 as his last season, signed with under his contract, assuming that he finished it out with the Timberwolves. So hypothetically, he did get traded to the Spurs. The Spurs would have Karl-Anthony Towns for 4 years and then hope to re-sign him, assuming that he doesn't want to get traded anywhere else if the Spurs aren't winning, because sometimes players can do that. But why would the Spurs take that risk? They know they're under development for a while now, so I think they're going to stay under development. I don't think this is realistic. This part of the article is where it gets really, really irritating. Lillard lands north of the border. Blazers land a lot of assets. I mean, Toronto Raptors receive Damian Lillard. Portland Trail Blazers receive Scotty Barnes, Grady Dick, Dennis Schroeder, Chris Boucher, Chris Boucher, Thaddeus Young and 28 first round pick. This is already stupid as shit because, for one, why in the fuck would the Raptors do this? Like, let's be honest, why? Damian Lillard for Scotty Barnes, 28 first round pick, and then some role players who are actually pretty solid. That's not enough to make the Raptors contenders. OG Anunoby, Pascal Siakam, and Damian Lillard is not enough. Like, that's just flat out not enough. You need more, and you also are losing role players in that process. Grady Dick is just the guy they drafted with the 13th pick. Why the fuck would they send all of that for Dame time and, again, force themselves into trying to be in contention when they don't have to do that? They don't have to do that, and I think that would be really stupid for a 33-year-old player. Again, give up Scotty Barnes, and the player you just drafted, 13 overall, role players, and a 2028 first round pick, assuming you're even competitive by then, which you probably won't be. This would be an awful trade, awful hypothetical, just honestly stupid, just really dumb, just really dumb. This is the dumbest of them all, though. 76ers Mavericks engineer the ultimate challenge trade. 76ers receive Kyrie Irving, Mavericks receive James Harden. I mean, why the fuck would the Mavericks, why would they do this? They're set in stone of building around Luka with Kyrie Irving just to trade for someone who could ask for a trade in any given moment. Granted, you don't know the mystery behind Kyrie, but then why would the Sixers do this as well? It just seems like you're getting two guys with, again, a question mark surrounding the future. At least with Kyrie and the Mavericks, they've agreed to that 3-year. They've agreed like, hey, let's move forward. We want you to play with Luka, right? I think it would just cause more drama on both teams. This is just super, like, why? Who thinks that this is a good idea? Seriously, why would the Mavericks do this? James Harden is significantly more ball dominant than Kyrie Irving, because James Harden needs to play make. That's a huge part of his game. Kyrie Irving is a scorer first and a playmaker. James Harden at this point in time is a playmaker first and a scorer. Why would you mix James Harden with Luka Doncic when they're both insane playmakers? Can Kyrie play make? Of course he can. Of course he can. But Kyrie's just a natural fucking born scorer. The dude can just put the ball in the hoop. So Luka can resort to having Kyrie take over when he needs to. James Harden with Luka, like, why? Like, why? This is such a bad trade scenario on so many levels in the Bleacher Report. Like, the fact that they think this is realistic is just really dumb. But yeah, ultimately it's articles like this that really suck. I mean, the first two aren't the worst. I mean, they're not happening for sure. Like, this would be stupid. And like, this would actually, correction, this one would be really stupid. The second one I think would be dumb. I don't think it would be beyond stupid, but I think it would be dumb. Let's just build around Wemby. Let's not worry about bringing him a co-star right now. Literally just develop the guy, get some more young players, try and build this dynasty around Wemby. I don't think Cat is going to help that. And then 3 and 4, Lillard to the Raptors giving up fucking so much. And then Harden for Kyrie, like that. Yeah, just so stupid. Anyway, I appreciate you guys for watching. This is the kind of shit I'm talking about that annoys me. I don't like shitting on stuff for videos unless I'm talking about sports teams and how depressed they make me, because that's an exception. But it's like, I want stuff to go back to real authentic content. This just feels like forced and just trying to get people to click on an article. And I guess it fucking worked because it made me click on it. But I also wanted to do that just so I could show you guys how stupid these articles can be and why I mostly ignore them. But anyway, appreciate you guys for watching. This is We've Been Different. And we out.